All right, this is going to be a fun episode. We got a big episode today. Episode 151. Wow. Incredible.
I know, dude. 150. It gets me excited to think like we got to get to episode 1776. So that way, because the 4th of July just happened, Jobin. Shout out, God bless America. But it just made me think like, damn, I can't wait. That one has to line up perfectly on the 4th so that we can have like a really patriotic podcast in the future.
Damn. Okay. How you been, buddy? I like your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my girlfriend. She made me this tie-dye shirt. The other one, Jobins, I'll put it on next pod. It might come off a little sus because of the colors and the tie-dye, and it's a tank top that's cut in a weird way. Hey. But I'll still rep it. But this one I really like. It says Missouri. Shout out our home state. What were you saying, homie?
I was just seeing if it was sick. It's been fucking hot, guys. We're setting records out here in Arizona. It's Sunday. It's probably going to be 118. Who knows? Mm-hmm. The other day it was 118. That set a record. It was like the hottest day since like fucking 1893 or fucking some shit. Holy hell. You got to stay hydrated.
I wonder if any other Jobins are in the same area as us where it's like 110 plus to where it's like I had to have a serious talk. We had to have a sit down with all the roomies because the energy bill went up. Big time. Like double the amount.
But that's going to happen it's probably going to happen again next month and the following month just because the months in the summer are higher.
But any cost-saving tips any of you Jobins might have, I'd love to hear it. And maybe we could use it and apply it.
You know, the first step, Jobins, so we're boys. You know? This is a house of boys. And if it was a house of girls, we'd probably have blinds everywhere. And blinds definitely keep out heat. Recently, I put a cover of the Statue of Liberty in the front of our window. I mean, it's pretty sick.
It
feels very patriotic.
Hell yeah.
And I've noticed, dude, I guarantee that helps big time because you could just put your hand on the other side and it's like, holy shit, that was coming through. So I bet if we actually got a few more windows, that'd help a little bit.
I was thinking we should
double
down on your idea and get some more like patriotic comforters and covers and like put them over, or is that too tacky?
Let's get a flag thing that projects on the house.
I like it.
Let's go that far. HOA would probably fucking come after us. HOAs suck. Well, last night's celebrity death match happened again. It was Diaz versus Masvidal. That was a good fight.
It's controversial though.
I know, but at the end of the day, Jobins, I'm stoked it went the way it went because those guys were fighting. They didn't go out there and hug each other. They didn't make it boring. That was a fun fight. You could tell they both wanted to beat each other. I liked it.
I wish I would have bet money on it because I was going
hospital.
I was going Nate Diaz. He
got it back.
Never bet though. And I don't think he should have won, dude.
10 or what was it? 8-2. Masvidal had a couple more rounds than 2.
Well, one judge gave it 95-95, and then the 2 other judges both went with Nate Diaz. And I was like, really?
Well, I thought Nate won.
You know, he landed.
I thought
he landed fewer punches than Jorge Masvidal.
He was staying long,
and he swung more.
But he was staying long. He was a lot of the rounds. He was backing Masvidal up.
You're right.
I think Masvidal landed the harder shots, but I think Nate Diaz was staying there, keeping the pace. Rematch in the future.
Well, I liked Nate Diaz's call-outs because he wanted to call out Jake Paul or Leon Edwards.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. What a superstar Nate Diaz. And again, been watching the sport for so long that in the beginning of the Diaz, it was Nick. It was all Nick. And then they weren't liked very much. A lot of people wanted to see them all lose, especially Nate. A lot of people that I knew. And after the Conor McGregor fight, dude, it's just like, holy hell, what a legend. And the way he fights... His chin. After the whole career that Nate Diaz has had, he's a fucking warrior, dude. Chin.
Dude, a showman. Going in the middle of the ring just...
Apparently his brother wasn't ringside, and it kind of affected... He said it affected him a little, which I can imagine. That'd be tough. I wonder what happened.
They looked like they might have gotten in another little fight at the end.
Who?
With their people talking. Like Nate Diaz's camp and Masvidal's camp.
Let's go for a rematch. I'll watch that shit again. That was fun. And shout out Sean making his debut at commentary. I thought he did a great job. He's always so nervous to do that stuff, but then he goes and kills it. But that's that good nervous. You always want to have that.
That was a good event too to get that experience.
Fuck yeah. I bet that was so sick.
Quality versus quantity at the end of the day, I feel like, for that fight.
Yeah. That's what. And now I'm excited for the next celebrity death match. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. I'm excited for that.
Dude.
Did you see Mike Perry freaking out?
No.
You didn't, Mike Perry, they did like a, I think Jake Paul or someone came, there was something with a live where they were talking to each other. And, Mike Perry being Mike Perry just freaking out. Fuck dude, motherfucker. Like, I can't wait. I think it's going to be fun. Watching Jake Paul, he just released a video. It was a pretty cool commercial where he was really going hard on training and he was showing all his knockouts. He's got such a good team behind him. That's got to be so much fun.
For Jake Paul?
Yeah, that's got to be fun. I know it's stressful. All these guys, I see the stress that Sean and Tim deal with. But when it's doing something you love and getting paid big time, it's like, holy fuck, I bet that drive.
You know what's crazy to me, too, and I don't know how you feel about it, but Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh, he apparently was offered a multi-million-dollar fight contract to go up against Jake Paul, and he refused it, and he said he only fights real boxers.
Damn.
And my question to you, bro...
That's an old school thought.
My question to you, bro, is it an old school thought, or is it actually just being a bitch and running away from it? Because I feel like that's such bullshit, and it's not fair to Jake Paul.
It's not.
With how hard he trains.
It's not. We had a pretty Disney boy become a boxer. And not only did he become a boxer, he went fucking hard. And he took the loss. He's coming back. He's back to fighting Mike Perry. But hey, I'm excited for it. Mike Perry's a dog. Jake Paul's looking like a dog. I'm excited for this fight. This seems like a dog fight. This is what I hope. I hope they don't hug each other. I hope they come at each other just like fucking Nate Diaz and Masvidal. That'll be so much fun.
Dude, if you see hugging, I feel like it'd be Jake Paul hugging him.
You think so?
More, because I see
Perry's
Jake
coming.
Paul likes to hug, man. When he's
and
out
Mike
there.
Perry's coming, dude.
He could tire him out with the gloves, right? Because the bare knuckle's a lot different, even though he's good on his boxing skill, right? So I'd like to know how his sharpness is compared to Jake's.
If we can keep the celebrity death matches going where these guys are putting heart into it and they're not just going to fight for, it's not just like a boring fight for money thing, I'm always down. Especially when Jake Paul's building up, dude. It just keeps adding more and more. It's just, for me, it's fun. And I can get Muhammad Ali's grandson.
Correct.
I can get his view because you have people who dedicate their whole lives to a sport, right? And then you got Jake Paul, who's coming in with this new world order of influence. Social media presence, Disney presence, on top of the world already. He was already on top of the world. Money. And what did he want to do? He didn't. No one made him go boxing. He wanted to go box. He wanted to go beat up all the fucking old guys and add knockouts and add excitement. That's what I respect. And then he fucking took the workout seriously.
Right.
He's fucking... He's jacked. So is Logan Paul. And people are like, oh, they're on stuff, whatever. Dude, it's still hard work. Still a lot of hard work that goes into that shit. And Jake Paul wants it. So that's where it's like, yeah, the paychecks are massive, and that's why everybody wants to do it, but he actually wants to go out there and prove himself, which is what I find exciting.
I think it's just a really sad excuse, bro. I feel like, dude, if you're in that traditional mindset, then prove it, bro. If you're gonna outclass them, then show us.
Yeah,
and get paid doing it too.
How big is his grandson? I don't know.
He's been coming up actually. He's only 23, and he's been getting some matches in. You know.
I'm down to keep watching Jake Paul fight other guys who like Mike Perry. Like I think this is one of the, if not, I think this is the most fun Jake Paul fight actually with Mike Perry, just because outside Mike Perry doing everything bare knuckle.
Damn.
And he's been exciting. Yeah, he didn't have the best UFC career, but it was always fun and exciting to see him in UFC. And then he goes and fucking kills it in bare knuckle, and he's like one of my heroes. Once you beat the fuck out of Luke Rockhold, you become like my hero, right?
That's funny.
I got two of them. I got Mike Perry and look at that, both Mikes, Mike Perry and Michael Bisping. So he's super excited to see what Mike Perry brings to the table against Jake Paul. I hope they don't hug. I hope it's a slugfest.
I want to see them stand next to each other.
I know. I imagine Jake Paul's got the size.
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't going to scare Mike Perry. You ain't scaring you ain't going to. That's the thing with this fight. You ain't intimidating Mike Perry. Anything you try to do is going to piss that little bull off even more.
I think Jake Paul's going to outpoint him, bro.
That's how you got. I feel like if I'm Jake Paul, I'm going to use my size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to survive. I'm going to stay smart and calculated with my cardio. Stay sharp, stay hard, stay long. Because
I'm excited for it.
I feel like we probably all feel like Mike Perry's just going to be coming in, swinging, right? But what if Mike Perry? You got to remember, Luke Rockhold was a lot bigger, and he was getting in there. He was getting in there.
But he's breaking his teeth and shit.
I know, that's bare knuckle.
Yeah, see, that's where it's
two
different.
different games. It's so funny how much I had faith in UFC back when Conor McGregor was boxing Floyd Mayweather, because I just thought boxing was so part of MMA that MMA was the elite. UFC was the elite of the elite. But when you have different rules, it's a different set. It's a completely different sport. And that's what really that was like one of the big times. Jiu-jitsu has too. Jiu-jitsu opens your minds with levels, right? But when it came to Conor losing to Floyd like that, I was like, holy fuck, but it's different. Another different level.
You think that's what's going to happen to Mike Perry? I feel like he's got a better chance than the other MMA guys because of bare knuckle boxing.
Age, still got that killer in him, still hits hard, can still take a punch. He's still got it all. I'm excited for this fight. If you're not really excited for this fight, I think it's just because you're a big time hater. Entertainment wise, I think this is such a fun fight. I can't wait.
Oh, dude, it's more entertaining than the fight that I'm bitching about with the Ali grandson. This is hype. This is hype.
Yeah, a lot of people probably hate on it, but yeah, I'm excited. Celebrity death matches are going. It got me all excited after last night. I made a Marab video. Shout out Sugar Shane for sharing it. Fucking thing went viral. That was sick. Got like 244K views. You know that had to piss that little guy off.
Oh, shit.
It's funny, too, because he usually would see my shit right away and then, like, reply to me right away. This one he didn't. So I actually DM'd him, and I just was like, thanks again. And then he saw it and still took a long time to reply. Because he's been firing a message to all the JOBINS. I've gotten several messages from JOBINS and then people at the gym who have shown me his DMs. And it's just funny.
He's probably got that Sugar Sean lookalike going double time.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to probably do some funny shit. It's just, for me, fun. I feel like, I'm sure there's a lot of JOBINS out there who disagree, but I feel like I'm different than Neon. Like, I know.
Ooh, controversial.
I know. It's very controversial. And I kind of feel like that whole thing was fake anyway.
Which one?
When he was talking shit to Nick. He has a nice question, and then he follows it up with a shit talk question, and then he gets chased out. I don't know. Just seemed kind of fake. Because like even Nate said in the interview, like, oh, you one of them pussies that's changing the game. Because it is like that shit talking influence. And it's like, here I am. It made me think my shit. Like, okay, here I am making a video where I'm talking shit to Marab. But I'm only talking shit to Marab because he's fighting my boy. And he's doing playful shit talks to Sean with his lookalike. We're not doing anything like super harmful or like disrespectful.
It's different for us. We're older too. Neon's only like 20, 19 years old.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not a fighter, and I'm not like thinking I can beat up any fighter. I know the worst amateur fighter would kick my ass. When you don't know shit, you don't know shit, and a fighter's going to beat you up. Yeah. Right? I know that. But I still like having fun making that. That was so much fun. Shout out Garrett. I was just like, dude, you think he'd be funny if I made like a little workout video with, because someone sent that doll of Marab. That was like a gift from the gods. JOBINS, keep sending shit like that. I'll make Marab videos all day with shit you send me if you keep sending Sean stuff like that. And, Yeah, he's like, yeah, dude, I'll help you. We'll shoot some shit. We got Tommy and then David helped us come up with some funny workouts. That would be funny. That was just a lot of fun to shoot, and for it to go viral, it was sick.
Mm-hmm.
It was sick. But he did reply to me finally. He was like, when do you know when me and Sean O'Malley are going to have fight?
I saw you post that.
Yeah, dude, that was funny. He's a goofy guy. I'm gonna have to watch out.
I think the mind games are gonna work on him too.
You think so?
That whole camp, dude, they don't have those mind defenses up.
Well, it's weird because it's like, Marab, how come you can dish it but you can't take it? Because we're like, I laugh at the sugar guy who looks like Sean.
Me too.
It's fucking damn. Sometimes I'm like, when you see him from the side with his beard, I'm like, is that Sean? I'm like, holy fuck. We gotta find a guy that looks just like Marab, because impressive. You did it. Good job. You found a guy that looks just like Sean. It'd be cool. I'd be honored. I hope he finds a big fat bald guy and makes a video of beating the shit out of me. Like, that'd be funny. I'll share it. To live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's what I'm doing. For Sean.
That was good shit, though. I really did laugh at that, and I'm happy that he messaged you that instead of threatening you.
Yeah. What'd you think? Like, so Neon's probably like one of the most hated people right now, but I just have a feeling all that shit was fake.
Dude, society and everything, how much that kid's mental game is. You met him in person, though, and he seemed pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, and that's just the thing about social media, you know? Even Steiny. Everyone, back when we first were meeting Steiny, everyone was hating on him and talking all the shit. He was the nicest guy. He's nice.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the power of social media. But, oh well.
You know, they say it's lonely at the top, and whatever you do, you always got to watch motherfuckers around you.
Right?
To gain star.
Yeah. But I'm going to be like Artem Lobov when Khabib and his team cornered him up against the wall. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It was for entertainment. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Tim!
That would be scary.
Tim, no. But yeah, did you see Patty says that hand sanitizer boy is scared to take the fight with Max Holloway? He tweeted out saying Max wasn't taking the fight, and then Max like, oh, now he's making up lies and shit. I hope that fight happens. That's going to be a really good fight.
Dude, Ilya's no freaking joke, man. I don't think he's going to be standing in the center there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's going to take out Max, and then he's going to take... No, Patty's got to earn some fights before he can talk that shit.
I know. It's pretty ballsy, I think, for Patty. It's like, damn, I would like to see that fight really bad. If Patty keeps winning... Dude, if Topuria beats Max Holloway and then Patty were to win his next fight, but he's coming back soon, right? I think he's getting ready to fight somebody, isn't he? Or is he still out?
I can't even remember his last fight.
I forget. I know. I feel like it's been a minute since Patty's been in the game. But I used to when he was first on the scene, I was kind of like, oh, damn. Like, when he threw the hand sanitizer at him, I was like, oh, I bet he would probably beat up Topuria. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, Topuria would probably rack him, right?
Dude, his wrestling's good. His stand-up's good. He'd probably wreck Patty.
It's a fight I'd like to see.
But Patty's jiu-jitsu might be better.
I'm sure it's going to happen one day. But yeah. What you got? You got a bunch of shit today. I see a lot of notes in your little journal book.
It's a sad day for me, Jobins, because I've always been a huge Steph Curry fan.
Uh-huh.
And the Splash Brothers are no more. Klay Thompson's been traded.
Damn, it's over. Who are the Splash Brothers?
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Schooled your boy LeBron a few times.
Damn.
Hope you remember that, bud. Even though 2016 happened.
Yeah.
But he's with Dallas now. Klay Thompson's with Dallas, so he's with Luka Doncic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy.
I wish I was
They were
more
just
into
in the
basketball.
finals.
I used to be so involved with basketball. I don't know what happened.
But this comes to the freaking craziest story. Jobins, I went through a rabbit hole with Karl Malone because I was looking up basketball stuff. Karl Malone, who Post Malone was inspired to make his name from, you know, he's an all-time great NBA forward. NBA forward. And get this, he has an NFL son that played in the NFL who was an offensive tackle that he didn't acknowledge as his son for a very long time.
Son of a bitch.
Because that NFL player's mom was only 13
Ooh.
when she had him.
Ew.
in 1984.
What the fuck?
In 1983 is when he had impregnated this woman, or I should say girl, when he was 20 in college and he was back in his hometown. And the parents of the girl, they didn't want to charge him with statutory charges. They dropped the case because they didn't see how he'd be able to provide for the kid if he was arrested and stuff and stopped his career in basketball.
So
And
they took
he
money.
settled for an undisclosed amount behind the scenes. What do you think of that, bro? I wanted to bring that up because I always looked up to Karl Malone, the post god,
As a parent,
the mailman.
if I found out that my 13-year-old daughter got pregnant by a 20-year-old guy, nope. I don't give a fuck if that guy's gonna be there or not. I'm gonna get canceled for this one.
Ooh, okay.
But oh boy, I would have my 13-year-old daughter. That thing would be out of her immediately.
Oh,
Yeah, and that guy would be gone.
well, I mean, at the end of the day, that kid
13.
That kid.
At the end of the day, 13. That's at the end of the day. There ain't nothing else. At the end of the day, it's 13. That's what's at the end of the day. There ain't nothing else. Fuck all that shit.
What's happened, and that kid exists, and he, he is
there we
a
go.
professional football player.
You ready for this? I actually really liked what I was like, holy fuck. It was like a slap in the face. I'm like, man, Andrew Tate is a straight up gangster. Because this is some shit you don't hear out of any of our leaders, politicians. Nobody is saying this shit like this. But he was talking about abortions. And it was him and his brother's pod when they were doing the live reaction to the presidential debate. And it's somewhere in there if you go watch it, where he says in the same sentence, he goes, when a woman is pregnant, she is blessed by God and it is a blessing. But at the same time, you should have abortion allowed in a country, but the country shouldn't want to have the abortion because their crimes are down, people can afford to have families, and people don't want to have abortions. We lived in such a fucked up society where, your little story right there. And because of that, it becomes all this. And that's in the same sentence. When you're talking about, and he's so right. It is a blessing to be pregnant. Everything happens for a reason. But no 20-year-old should be having sex with a 13-year-old.
12-year-old at the time.
12-year-old. That shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
So,
How do you
unfortunately, we have to get the abortion. Unfortunately, because of that horrible fucking thing that happened. And I was like, damn, Andrew Tate. That was fire. Because it's not our choice for the woman. It's the woman's choice.
But at the end of the day, it's like, how does he not get in any trouble for that?
Yeah. That's money talk shit. That's money talk shit. Thank you for that. You want to get really crazy?
Yeah.
My suspicions are up. So everything I'm about to say, JOBINS, is it's not true. My suspicions are up. There ain't nothing, I'm not saying false information or anything like that. I'm just questioning. Just some questions.
Intrigued?
Michael Rubin.
Oh.
I need Joe Rogan to do a pod with Michael Rubin. Has he been on the pod? I don't know.
Dude, I don't know, but I do like where you're going.
Should have probably done that research before I did this part real quick. Would have took 2 seconds. But if you don't know who Michael Rubin is, he is, and it's crazy because most household names, people probably don't know who he is.
I didn't know who he was.
I know, but in the social media and collectible world and I'm going to break it down to you. Because there was that all-white party. And I could just see it in this dude's face. When I look at that guy's face in these photos, I go, what do you know? What have you done? I need to know.
Dude, when you're rubbing elbows with the rich and powerful, you got to know stuff.
Yeah. Either this is the coolest hero ever. Ever. Right? Or there's some dark shit. Because it's just kind of crazy. And then it's probably not crazy shit. You never know. You just kind of look him up. You know what I mean? So he's 51 years old. Net worth of $11.5 billion.
11.5 billion?
billion with a B.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Billionaire. American businessman and philanthropist. He is the founder and CEO of Fanatics, a global digital sports platform that consists of several businesses.
Is it gambling?
Oh God, what did I write? I wrote it so fast and shitty. Damn it, Schmidt. Oh, including licensed sports, merchandise, trading cards, and collectibles, sports betting, iGaming.
Oh my God.
Ready for this one? Special events, and live commerce.
Yeah, he's rolling in dough.
Oh, yeah. The all-white party at the Hamptons on the 4th of July party, which had Kim K, Drake, Drewski, Tom Brady, Jake Paul.
Any party that has Drake in it, you know some bad stuff's happened.
And these are all of our influencers that are there, right?
Right.
That the younger generation sees. Well, there's probably so many people there that we don't know who the fuck they are, like CEOs and other type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. High businessmen. Guaranteed all there. So, how did he become a billionaire, Schmitty? Well, in 1998, he founded GSI Commerce. And then in 2011, sold to eBay for $2.4 billion.
Okay, so that's how he got the big B.
Yeah. Now, eBay Enterprise Incorporate, which is now what it's called, is a multinational e-commerce corporation that specializes in creating, developing, and running online shopping sites for brick and mortar brands and retailers.
Does he still own that, though?
No, he sold it, but that's
Okay.
eBay. You know what I mean? This is what sells to the people. Like that, you know what I mean? The top dogs. The company also provided a variety of marketing, consumer engagement, customer care payment processing, fulfillment, fraud detection, and technology integration services. That's everything going on now with social media, the way we sell. I know there's also Mr. Jeff Bezos. I bet I guarantee it. Jeff Bezos and Michael Rubin are friends.
Let's not assume he's evil right off the bat, because I feel like in 20 years, Mr. Beast is going to be hosting white parties.
I know. That's why I said.
And I don't think he's evil.
Maybe this is the coolest fucking guy ever.
But you lost me at sports bets. You lost me at sports bets.
Brother, which is...
Gambling is like mafia shit, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And not sports betting, which I believe has kept most sports alive to this day. iGaming, I don't know what the fuck that was. I should have done more research about that one. The licensed sports merchandise and everything to do with trading cards and collectibles, that's deeper than money. Deeper than money. Like, that's the high, you know?
I have a serious question for you about gambling here with sports gambling. Do you think they should have like a Surgeon General sign, like a warning that says like this could cause serious issues?
Well, I feel like they do. Don't they already do that with casinos? Like,
I don't think so, really.
But don't they know that there's like a gambling because there's that thing that goes.
They do give that little.
If you have a gambling problem, please call. Yeah. I just think it's up to the American fucking person to not be a fucking dumbass.
Dude, when you're programming kids, though, to get into it, I mean, it's a thing.
We're all dumbasses in our own way, though, Schmitty, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Gambling's just tough, man, because I'm sure it's a crazy addiction. When you got money and you know how to win with money and you can lose money, I'm sure that world is fucking crazy.
Dude, he owns the whole process,
cocaine,
bro.
The whole thing.
He owns the whole sports process.
The whole thing.
He owns the part of the sport itself, it seems like. It's crazy.
Bro, Joe Rogan's talked about it with people on the pod too before, like with Jeffrey Epstein and all these kind of things. When you have that kind of money and power, you get bored. And what you begin thus to do is manipulate people and have power over people. And that's just what that seemed like that party was. I was looking at all my influencers. I'm going, oh my God. Do they know? Do they know they're not like? Are they there playing in and they just don't even know what the fuck's going on?
Dude,
it just seems like a whole world.
That's literal like world control manipulation.
It is.
All the influencers in one
place
happen
to wear all white. They got to wear all white. Gotta wear all white.
What is that? I know that's like a club thing because clubs can be strict with letting people in.
And I'm sure it's sexy. We're all having a good, sexy time. I'm sure it's fantastic. Not doubt. I'm not hating on it. I'd love to go to an all-white party. I'm fucking there.
Dude, you know who else had all white parties? The owner of the LA Clippers in the Clipped Hulu show that's really big right now, where he's holding Blake Griffin's hand and showing him off to rich people. That is creepy, dude.
If I die, Jobins, it's because of this pod episode. Even if it's like 100 episodes from now, you're like, oh, fuck, it was back and then. Because I was, after seeing that party, I was like, damn, my boy Sean didn't go. And I guarantee it, that motherfucker got invited. That also made me question my eyebrows. Because my boy Sean's a good guy. And I don't think he'd go to something like that if he knew something was up. So, Sean, what do you know? Let me know.
Shit.
So, yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, I might need to go into my deeper rabbit hole of Mr. Michael Rubin. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, Jobins. He could be, again, coolest guy ever. Maybe he is.
I doubt it.
Maybe he is.
I doubt it.
What if out of all of them he is? He's the hero. 11.5 billion. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, Jobins, what you think about that. And go look him up.
Dude, you think that's crazy with world domination? Saudi Arabia, bro.
Oh, God.
They're gonna have the first ever Dragon Ball Z theme park, and I know that's a crazy transition. But tell me, I went down this rabbit hole, Jobins, and it sounds like they're trying to take over the world, in my opinion, and just be like the global spot for where you hang out at. It sounds like it's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Ball Z theme park, 5.3 million square foot entertainment venue.
Think about how many anime fans there are these days.
This is just Dragon Ball Z itself.
I know, and then you got anime fans.
7 different areas recreating locations from the show, more than 30 themed rides. And apparently there's going to be 5 of the first of, like there's going to be like the biggest roller coaster. It's a 230-foot drop. It's going to be named after the dragon from the show. And there's going to be hotels and restaurants. This is going to all be in a mega, this is a new city, like a new city they're making in Saudi Arabia. Qiddiya. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It's a Saudi Arabian city they're making, a multi-billion-dollar city, and it's right outside of Riyadh, which is the capital of Saudi Arabia. A massive plot of desert, about 28 miles, 40-minute drive.
It's like the wall thing, or the city in the wall they're building too.
It's real, dude. 600,000 residents are projected to live there, and there's going to be like millions of visitors yearly. It's called Vision 2030. It's a project by the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
Yeah, so you gotta know, okay, if I'm the Saudis and I'm putting all this money into the future, you would not want nuclear fallout. That's the last thing you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you know there's going to be something sick with headsets, right? There's got to be, if you're going through something like that, and there's going to be some kind of technology to where you put something on and it even enhances it, there's even more shit. You know what I mean? There's going to be something like that.
Dude, I think this is going to outpace Disney World, Las Vegas.
Nah.
Seriously, bro.
Disney, dude. I mean, I know the oil and I know that, but Disney's powerful too.
Dude.
You're talking about compete. That's what the competition.
That's just, bro. The Dragon Ball Z theme park, that's just one little spot that they want in there. They're going to have a Six Flags in there. So they're going to have another theme park. They're going to have a water park in there. And they have...
You got to make sure people can afford to go to this too at the same time.
Bro, they have 28 miles to work with.
You know how many big cities? There's a cool video on YouTube where it shows like, oh, these big ass cities that were planned to be this big thing, and then they are now ghost towns because they just it became too costly, just too much. So that's always when I hear stuff like this, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm sure it'll happen. I'm sure something great. I know it's all crazy happening, but we'll see. Like Trump when he was saying about the wall and shit. I know I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not watching if the shit's still going down or not. But
the scary thing about what I just talked about is they're pulling it from a state fund, you know, like just money that those citizens and everything probably pour into it. And it's just like an unknown amount, you know, of billions. And how much like Pablo Escobar type killing shit goes on just to cover up things so it doesn't get leaked out to like the public.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they would definitely not want nuclear fallout then.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Oh my God.
We're getting closer.
Dude. And then how many countries have submarines that we don't know about?
Right.
I was watching this whole video by Johnny Harris that you've been watching a few videos on, you know.
I like that guy. I'd love to do a podcast with that guy.
Dude, he did a deep dive into submarines.
Uh-huh.
And the scariest thing about submarines to me, Jobins, is that it really starts with the U-boat, which is from Germany.
Dude.
Like Nazi Germany having submarines first and then delving it. It just was like it meant for evil purposes from the beginning. And it's like inherently evil to me in a way.
I know that was scary when actually the guys invented submarines were afraid of human.
A human element, right?
No, like humans using that as an execution form. Remember that video we were watching this morning? When the guy was like, he was afraid of the thing that he put in the water because he was afraid that people were going to use it as a form of execution, which makes sense because back then, remember even the guy that when you invent the thing of death and then they put you in it, you know? So I'm sure you're seeing all this shit get invented for death. And then here you are making an underwater submersible thing and you're going, oh fuck, they're going to kill people with this. Which would be terrifying. That'd be the worst. Who knows what happened in the past?
How do people not go crazy being in submarines?
I don't know, dude. I don't even want to be on a ship. That's above it.
You would never know it's under you.
Nope.
And they're powered by nuclear radiators. And on top of that, they have warheads in them. One missile alone, and there's like 30 plus missiles in a submarine. One missile alone has like 8 warheads in it that can shoot off in different locations as it projects through with using physics.
Yep.
That's terrifying.
I forget who was on Joe Rogan, but he was talking about the military and how like if they could just invent something that like doesn't go straight or something, like it kind of goes crazy, we don't have anything that would really kind of shoot it down. I'm butchering it hardcore, Jobins. I'm sorry about that. But he was talking about something like that. Where it was like, if it was just something, like, damn, that's simple, huh? But I guess it makes sense with the way things are shot. I don't know. Not the smart guy for that.
Would you rather have nuclear fallout like that or like a biological thing?
Ugh, neither.
You know what I'm saying?
Both suck equally. Horrible.
Because one of them, you wouldn't even be able to get close to people because of getting contagious or whatever. Maybe the sickness one because radiation is. How are you going to stop that?
You know, I love the conspiracy theory that there was like this shadow that came up in the water and freaking everyone out. They're all saying it's like the thing from the Bible, how there was 2 of them. God killed one and there was still one alive. Now it's awakening.
That would be a cool creature feature movie. Like, there's something in the ocean.
Godzilla shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I remember hearing that megalodons died out because they couldn't sustain enough food. So if you're something that big, this is where my mind goes. I'm like, okay, if something in there that big is moving around, you would think it would make water move around. But then again, we don't. Like, the ocean is fucking massive. And so maybe not. And then also thinking about that, I'm like, man, if something's that big, it would have to eat. But then again, maybe not. Maybe this is some creature that's completely different. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like its whole digestive system and everything is completely alien to us.
We have just no fucking clue. So it would be. I like that shit. And then other scientists were saying that it was just like a hole in one of the layers in the sun and all kinds of shit. Again, sciencey shit. But it was a fun one. It was a fun one to read. That's the kind of shit that kind of, to think if there is there something in our Earth that we don't know?
Man, like Atlantis. Yeah. Fire. Dude, I have another story because we had s'mores last night, which are super good, Jovins.
S'mores?
It's a tradition,
right? I like how you said that, yeah.
Well, the s'mores, right? They use graham crackers, and graham crackers, I didn't know if you knew this, they were originally invented to curb sex drive. New Jersey Presbyterian minister Sylvester Graham believed that humanity was on its way to moral collapse due to an obsession with carnal desires of the body. He believed the food we were eating greatly contributed to our undeterred need to have sex, even referencing steak and wine as a meal that leads to it.
Damn.
Isn't that fire? I was like, he must have known how good steak and wine is, though. And, like, I wonder if he got any ladies that way.
He's like, I have noticed in my studies that
Right?
whenever me and my wife have sex, we had steak and wine for dinner.
Yeah, that's the invention of graham crackers.
Yeah. So I invented a graham cracker.
To make it very bland food.
We are going to hell because we love sex. Yeah, no.
And then...
I mean, I think he was right. He's probably right with some shit, dude. Who knows? Oh, my God. Sorry, go ahead.
To end it, though, that was just the origin of the graham cracker, and then graham crackers and marshmallows and chocolate were started with the official recipe for s'more came out in the 1927 Girl Scout guidebook, Tramping and Trailing with the Girl Scouts. So it's relatively new, 1927, and it was originally called Some More because you'd want some more s'mores.
That's fire. What a legend. Shout out that guy. He was just thinking ahead. Thought, hey, there's a problem here, I think. Let's invent something sick. And now we got graham crackers and s'mores.
Yeah.
We said, and you know how many people probably eat s'mores before having sex?
He would have probably strongly been against the marshmallow and the chocolate.
If he saw what people have done to his graham crackers.
Teddy Grahams?
Oh, yeah. If you just see people stuffing he'd sit there and just see people stuffing their faces with s'mores and then have sex. He'd probably cry.
No sex.
He'd be like, I've done nothing. No one listened. But, another conspiracy theory, Jobins, that I thought was pretty interesting. I forget. I'm going to kind of butcher it. You know what I mean? But there is apparently this long code that you put in your phone, and I looked it up. And it talks about, and it's like some kind of frequency that a TV gives off. And again, this kind of goes to what Terrence Howard was talking about in one video with how vibration and frequency throws off our DNA. So like, and then now with the TV, apparently the TVs and everything are a legit brainwashing thing. Because the hertz and frequency that the TV is giving off is giving our nervous system and our whole body like a sensation. So which can drive up like simply like our moods, what we think, how we feel.
Dude, do you think they are already using that on us on
That's
on our
1955
programs that
shit.
we already have on TVs and stuff?
Well, that's some like ever since.
You said a certain frequency?
Yeah, and like yeah. Look it up, Jobins.
There's no way. If that's
Frequency,
true.
and then you're going to get a code. Like, look it up. And then, like, there's this long number that if you find. How I found it, someone shared it on Instagram. Like, who's a big conspiracy person. I was like, okay, I'm going to look it up. As soon as you type it in, if you type in this long number that I'm talking about, you just click on it, and then you can read all about it. And then it's like, holy fuck, maybe that one might be true. That one might
How
be
quickly
legit.
would they weaponize that? That is
Well,
terrifying.
I mean, it's already been weaponized. It's already happened. We've been a part of it.
I wasn't
When
ready
did
for
TVs
that.
come out? My dad, I remember my dad always telling me about how he remembers when they got their first black and white TV because it was such a big deal. So ever since then.
Television. Tell-a-vision. It's a pretty cryptic
Yeah.
name to start
Hey,
with.
man. We get to do podcasts, so apparently I'm brainwashing you somehow with this microphone right now and everything. So, damn. Who knows? Movies, saw Quiet Place. I saw Day One.
What'd you think of that?
My boy from the Stranger Things, I think he is a phenomenal actor. For real. You got to work with what you got. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. And the other actress, she's very talented as well. They both, without their great acting, that movie would be even more horrible. Unfortunately, I'm coming down hard on it. I really like my boy from Stranger Things. He's such a facial visual actor to where he's expressive. He's so expressive
Without using words. Huh?
without using words, and that's really good. I guess the director, if he meant you go on this ride of wondering, and I guess it's all unfolding because it is day one. but it's pretty quick that everyone figures out you gotta be quiet, and I guess that's how that would go. But then from there, you don't know what the point of these two characters are until it happens, and then it's over. So you're kind of, I'm sure you go, oh, I get it, but now it's over.
Hey, at least they give you a conclusion, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be even worse. Dude, the movies I've been watching, there's like just no, seems like there's no method to the madness.
You've been watching some crazy, weird shit.
Shannon's into the movies, dude.
I know.
The one director. He's just has a penchant for doing weird stuff, dude.
She low-key goes, oh, man, that was awful. I can't ever get my life back. But I'm like, I think she likes that. That's the hit right there, is hating on it. Because it's just so weird. Mm-hmm. But I love weird movies. Like something like...
Dude, there's so much sex in them.
You were watching that was some shit that I was like... Because like this family...
It was called Dogtooth, Jobins.
Oh my God.
And it was from 2009. It was an Academy Award nominee for Best Foreign Language Film in 2009.
I could see it. I could see it. It was definitely hardcore. Very hardcore. Especially for a 2009 film. Mm-hmm. But then again, when did that Butthole movie come out?
The Butthole movie?
Where they're all eating human centipede.
Oh.
Was that around that time? Maybe.
Human Centipede. That was crazy.
Yeah. Quiet Place. I liked my guy. Mm-hmm. Didn't feel necessary. And the second one didn't feel necessary. And the first one was decent.
How'd you think about the female lead, Lupita?
She's a great actress.
Because I know our boy Christian has a crush on her.
Yeah, she's a great actress. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Again, they're two acting. Thank God they were in that.
But damn, you just weren't vibing into the story?
I didn't. I'm sorry. I might have been a hater. I'm sorry.
You've seen it before, huh?
Yeah. And the second one was kind of like that too. And then this one was just kind of like, okay. I don't know. It could have been more fun.
Damn.
Some trailers coming out, Jobins, that I'm really excited for is the Nosferatu. I'm really excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Nosferatu does look good.
I long for a good horror film. I don't think I'll ever probably be scared anymore to where like I'm in home and going, oh my God, Dracula's going to get me. I don't think that'll ever be a thing. Mm-hmm. But if a horror film can keep me immersed, that's what I want.
Dude, he's made some good ones too. He made Robert Eggers, the director. He made The
Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse?
Yeah. He has a very good cinematic eye. Like his directorial vision, I've always really enjoyed.
Yeah.
But then the stories are kind of crazy. You know?
I like the stories too, bro. I even liked The Northman, the Viking one that he had. That was pretty badass.
I remember liking The Witch all the way up until the last probably 25 minutes. And then that's where I was like, it went to a direction where I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'll happen with this one. This could be the one that makes me go, ooh, I really like Robert. I do like him. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm very excited that he's the director because, again, the visual aspect of this movie. Go watch the trailer, Jobins. I might be too old for most of you guys, but when Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, who wrote the book Dracula, and it was directed by Francis Ford, legend.
Yeah,
I got my notes. This is how fucking excited I am.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm teaching these Jobins what's up. Because, my mom, shout out my mom, she let me watch horror films when I was a kid. And that Dracula movie was nominated for 3 Oscars. Won 3 Oscars. Nominated for about 4 or 5, maybe. I fucked that up. But won Best Costume Design, Best Effects, Best Makeup.
Yeah, they made Gary Oldman look good in that one.
That movie scared the fuck out of me as a kid. And it still holds up to this day. Now, it's pretty like, that was like a very sexual Dracula. And you kind of find, I remember like, oh wow, Dracula, it's a love story. Mm-hmm. It's not just a guy biting people and killing people. And there's love to this. And you feel bad for him. If you watch that Dracula movie, you're like, damn, I feel bad for Dracula.
Not the best Dracula movie still.
Which one do you think is?
Van Helsing.
But that's not...
That's Dracula.
I know, but it's not...
That movie's based.
Okay, low-key, Van Helsing is still lit. And I remember when we went and saw that in theaters, and it was lit. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to shit on Van Helsing. But here's my argument.
I'm listening.
That movie was based on the world of that was the whole world of Dracula with the other villain monsters. Whereas, well, there's the werewolf. Fuck. Now that I'm thinking, there is the werewolf. I got to go back and rewatch Dracula now because I'm like, what is he?
Well, I
the
think
werewolf?
Dracula himself turns into a wolf.
Wolf in the
and
movie.
like Bram Stoker's.
Yeah. And which I liked because he has that dog standing next to him when the door opens. There's a dog
And
standing next to him.
Nosferatu trailer.
Yeah, dude.
And Nosferatu is Dracula, right? But
Yeah.
in German.
Yeah. And it's like if you go back and watch the original Nosferatu with the guy with the fucking pointy fingers and the bald head, like that's the OG one. That's the OOG.
And what's OG about that is like
it
the
goes-
directing because of the German expressionism and stuff, dude, and like the line, like the blackness.
Bro, just the
and
story of
contrast.
Dracula and everything, how far back it goes, is pretty fucking interesting. It's really crazy.
The directing, I think it's the cinematography and like just the shots. I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
The trailer looks phenomenal. It looks really good. Love it all. Who's in it again? Oh yeah, we got Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I always loved Kick Ass. Those movies were badass. Bill Skarsgård and the beautiful Emma Corrin.
Bro, and you also have Willem Dafoe.
Yes. Oh fuck. How could I
you forget the legendary Willem Dafoe?
I know, and he sells it. Even the way he says Nosferatu, you're like, oh fuck, I can't wait.
You know what movie I really can't wait for?
What?
Too. I just saw a trailer for this, JOBINS, and it's your birth year, 1992.
Whoa.
Is what it's called.
By the way, that's when Dracula came out.
Really?
1992.
Bro, it's got Tyrese Gibson, and he's not being cast as like that, like comedy, lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
He's like taking it serious in the role.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out Ray Liotta's in it too.
Damn.
And then
Damn,
Scott
still?
Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah.
And it takes place during the Rodney King trials,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually like a fictional story where he's like something with his son getting kidnapped or something by like Ray Liotta, classic bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it seems like there's a lot of serious racial stuff going on with like the trials, and I feel like it's gonna be good acting performances.
Dude, Ray Liotta's had to have passed away almost 2 years ago now. That's a long time. Damn, that's a long time for a movie to come out after her death.
It's called 1992, dude. I want to see that one.
I want to see it too. I'll have to watch the trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I loved Ray Liotta, man. I was so bummed when he passed away. He was such a fucking legend. That scene in Goodfellas when he fucking puts that brass knuckles on and beats the fuck out of
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, don't you ever touch her again or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
dude.
It's not brass knuckles. It's the butt of his gun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's his pistol.
That's right. What a fucking scene. What a fucking scene. Such a good actor, dude. And he was funny.
Yeah.
Remember
He was, dude. Oh my God, Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween I hated this Observe and Report. When I saw that movie in theaters, I was like, God, that movie was so fucking stupid. And then I don't know. Something happened, rewatched it, and I'm to this day one of the funniest movies ever.
That's a good one.
That's such a good fucking movie. And yeah. Him dealing with him getting his headaches from Seth Rogen. That's pretty funny. That was good shit back in the day. Damn.
You know what else too, JOBINS? I might get a lot of hate for this.
Mm-hmm.
I've really been enjoying watching that 90s show. It has a 77% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, surprisingly enough. So it's not like I'm actually a minority audience
It's
rating.
got the heart and soul of that 70s show.
It does.
But it's bringing on the fucking nuance of this new day and age writing and fucking bullshit. It's just, it doesn't hit the same.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have so many LOLs, bro. I laugh. There's times I'm like, I am not the audience laugh track, but I find myself sinking into it. Dude,
Why am I such a hater?
I'm telling you right now, all the kids, because they're young, dude, like 17, 18, all these kids are going to be big stars. I swear. Their performances are good, and I get that live audience vibe, like that they could do this in front of anybody.
Red still makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
He still makes me laugh.
Dude.
Kitty still makes me laugh because she still gets all pissed off and storms off.
Jay, the kid that plays Kelso's kid,
Uh-huh.
he's pretty funny too, dude. I've been laughing at the stuff they make him say.
I did enjoy when I saw the episode they brought Seth Green back for it.
That was funny. He works at Hot Topic.
Yeah. That 70s show is just one of those things that hits my heartstrings. It's even hard, like, it's hard to go back and watch. I'm just in that phase. Same thing with 2.5 Men, like, just those certain shows. Because then I'm watching, now all of a sudden I'm, like, thinking about those times.
Dude, they still
Different
got
time.
it. They still got it.
Maybe it's just because of that. Maybe I just need to let go. Like, just try to enjoy it.
And the 90s references are actually pretty great.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a chance. I'll give it another chance.
The first one starts in 1995, so season 2 is 1996.
Movies are like food. You gotta try it twice. You gotta give it a second chance.
And if anyone does have hate, let us know what you think and why, because I'd be interested in like the cons of the show. What's not perfect about it? What you don't like?
Another trailer. The movie comes out this weekend, Jobin's, called Long Legs.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's the best serial killer movie since Silence of the Lambs.
I saw that.
That's high. That
is such a high standard.
That's setting the bar high. Anthony Hopkins.
It's a little unset. I'm like,
Jodie Foster. And literally probably, what? I'm sorry to say it. You might hate me. The greatest thriller movie ever. Like as far as a detective thriller.
Dude, it's got to be in your top 5, bro. It probably could be argued number 1. Seriously. I can't think
Tell me a better one than Silence of the Lambs.
I like 7 a lot. That's in my 5, but I think it's better than 7 still.
I'd say so. Just because of Anthony Hopkinson's performance.
If you gave me time to compile a list, I think I could maybe have some but
I'll argue
right
this.
now it's easy.
Did 7 ever have sequels?
The other one shouldn't have. You prove that sequels don't always work.
Hey, what was it? The dragon one?
Not as good.
I know, but I remember people liking it.
Dude, the brain surgery going on in that one is corny. Shout out Ray Liotta.
Yeah,
shout out Ray Liotta. Shout out Ray.
They made fun of that in Scary Movie too.
It's stupid.
It is weird. You're right.
The first one's more grounded in like, oh, could that really happen? And
realism.
His performances.
Yeah, and then also the guy who's put the fucking lotion in the basket like that. That guy killed it.
Yeah, he inspired Chris Griffin.
I literally thought that dude was out there somewhere. I'm like, when I was a kid,
Buffalo
I thought
Bill?
he was out there. I thought Buffalo Bill was out there.
You know what else kind of makes me a little alarmed that they say something like that?
Uh-huh.
Did the Silence of the Lambs need to have a marketing ploy where they said, the greatest serial killer movie since Psycho? I'd like to know if they did, because maybe I could get fact-checked on that, but I don't like the idea that you have to stand on your own 2 legs by shouting out another movie.
Yeah. Now, Psycho's a good one, but again, that one, like, that was like the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When Psycho came out, people ain't never seen shit like that. You know what I mean?
It's like putting Hoist Gracie in your top 5.
Yeah.
You know?
Psycho, though, probably not these kids these days, but when I was a kid and the people before then, Psycho made you you were peeking out of your shower blinds. Mm-hmm. I was going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So probably a lot different for kids these days. They don't have that. But for me, that's what that shit did. But, okay, so Long Legs, Jobins. This movie looks fucking crazy.
It does look good.
FBI uncovers a serial killer leaving occult clues. I think I'm saying that. Occult clues? What's that? Supernatural beliefs and practices which generally fall outside the scope of organized religion and science. You like that?
Yeah.
Like
occult clues.
Yes, occult clues. So I was like, what the fuck are occult clues? Because this isn't just any serial killer leaving behind clues. These are occult clues. So I had to look it up.
That's creepy.
So some scary supernatural shit's going to go on. Nicolas Cage, watch the trailer, Jobins. I think there's 2 parts. We hear him. You hear him in the beginning of the trailer, and he sounds fucking scary. And then I think there's a real close moment you see him when, like, in the trailer where there's a bunch of scenes going on, and all of a sudden he's above someone in a door with, like, long hair. Looks kind of scary, but it's real fucking quick. But super excited for it. It looks fucking crazy. I just hope it's not stupid.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Do you know? Ooh, you know what was a really good thriller movie, but it wasn't like it wasn't scary, like these ones. Prisoners. With Jake, and I remember even the ending was like, oh fuck.
Hugh Jackman, Paul Dano, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
Terrence Howard.
Wow.
Terrence
Yeah.
Howard. Terrence
Dude,
Howard's
and
in
he
it.
killed it in that movie. It was his daughter.
Both their daughters got taken. Hugh Jackman's
Yeah.
and Terrence Howard's.
And I remember I've always loved Paul Dano. And I remember being fucking terrified when Hugh Jackman's got him up against the wall and he's fucking breaking that sink with the hammer.
Such a good movie.
Oh, I remember going, oh fuck.
I wanted him to kill Paul Dano because I was like, why aren't you fucking talking?
I know.
You know?
Well, and then you learn about Paul. That whole movie.
Yeah.
That whole movie was fire. And Jake Gyllenhaal actually did a really good job being that kind of detective.
Dude, it feels like he's almost lost it. in his like taking serious roles type deal.
I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal knows something. There's something Dude, Bubble Boy was my favorite movie back when I was a kid. I've always loved Jake Gyllenhaal. I remember when The Day After Tomorrow came out and everyone loved that shit. It was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Dude, he's Donnie Darko, bro.
Donnie fucking Darko.
Like, he can act.
That's still a movie, too, that holds up. Donnie Darko. You go, oh, fuck. You can just think about a whole bunch of different shit. I love that. Mm-hmm. Those are my kind of scary movies that we need today. That's why I hope. Most definitely. It's crazy when we got all these crazy foreign films coming out, and they're similar to those kinds of days and times, but in their own crazy way. It's like, dial it down a little. Dial it down a little for me, foreign films. Mm-hmm. Bring it back a little. Because I can't do that, like, horror films that are just gore films. That ain't me.
Well, dude, I feel like that's catching on now.
I know, and I hate it.
Like, dude, it was so weird being at Walmart with you and seeing a Terrifier action figure.
Right?
The clown, the
But
Terrifier.
You know, when we were kids playing action figures, if we saw a terror, I'd have that action figure in a heartbeat. He'd be one of my villains.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. It's crazy that we used to play action figures back in the day. Do you think any kids get together and play action figures? And the fact that we were like, yeah, you want to play some action figures?
Video games have taken over so much, but I bet there's a certain
We
age.
had video games. Brother, we would be so stoked. Dude, we're going to, Friday night, you come over, bro. We'll fucking play some action figures, play some fucking Halo. And then literally we'd split up our room. I'd get one half, you'd get the other. And then we just fucking whip out our fucking crazy pile of... We had so many action figures that I still have today back at home in my bag.
You know what game I really want to get, just to remind me of the days being in your room watching you play video games, is the Dead Rising remaster.
Right?
I was like, dude, they remastered Dead Rising from 2006, man, and I just want to play that game.
Yeah, it's fun when you watch those trailers and you're like, oh, fuck, core memory unlocked. Mm-hmm. You forget about shit. You go, oh, fuck, I remember that. I feel like we had it good growing up with video games, too.
Right, because it feels like, again, with Disney, with big gaming corporations,
what you get,
they're just
add-ons,
selling a product and not really caring about putting love into it.
The milk.
Your chicken wings, dude, last night were amazing because they were grilled with love.
Thank you.
And you know what? You can't get that at some like fast food place.
Right.
And that's just how the product we're getting is.
Last night was really nice. Just doing my thing, barbecuing, me, you, Brock, Chris, and your girl Shannon.
Mm-hmm. Saying grace too. Christian had a good little prayer.
Christian gave a fucking Pablo Escobar speech, felt like. Fucking sick, speaking in his native language. Fucking, I can't understand a damn thing, but I felt like I understood it. Like I felt like I knew what he was saying, and then I asked him what he said, and it was kind of there, but not.
Gracias para comida, like thankful for the food.
But I felt like I've always loved that language, even though I can't understand it. And I'm just bad at learning other languages.
Dude, it's tough.
That would be kind of a skill I'd like to learn before I die, to be honest. Like piano, I've always wanted to be really good at the piano, and then like honestly learning a different language, but it's so hard. And then you got technology today making it easy for me. Now I could just talk into a phone, and they can talk into a phone.
It's scary though. What if AI gets a mind of its own and it translates the wrong thing for you, and then like it creates fights?
Right. Dude, anytime there's a historical new video that comes out and I'm hearing audio of some old person, I don't believe it anymore. Now I'm questioning it. How true is this?
A lot of fake stuff.
Is it AI generated to make me believe something? I don't know anymore. A lot of questions. A lot of things get answered. Big rest of the second half of the year. Gonna go down. It's exciting. Got anything else before we dip? It's been a good episode, Jobins. We really appreciate you fucking listening and tuning in. It's been a lot of fun getting back on track with you.
There was just one last thing I had, and it was, dude, I was watching this crazy thing, Jobins, on CNBC about the dating app world, because I met my girl on Hinge too.
Same.
And what's crazy is Hinge is actually owned by Match Group, and Match.com was the first online service in 1995.
Wow.
To come out.
I was 3.
And now they own Tinder, Hinge, and Plenty of Fish. And then there's these other dating apps that are in the marketplace. It's a $5 billion industry. $5 billion
sounds like a
industry.
monopoly.
And you know what's kind of messed up, bro? It hurts them when they lose people, right? So it's like they want you to get a lot of matches, but they want you to have to keep getting matches and like not actually deleting the apps. Although Hinge does have the delete app, like that's marketed towards that. That's why they have like a wide range of apps for that ability. And then like they even have,
it took so long for me to match with someone I liked.
They even have one called Muzz, Muzz, and it's strictly for Muslims seeking marriage. And that one's like gotten huge too. And then Bumble is on there too, putting women first. It has more friend apps to like try to keep you on there. Mm-hmm. But they actually make more money
keeping you on there
if you're not being successful.
That's a weird business because here you had like it's cool. It's sick that we live in a world where people can meet by not having to bump in somewhere, which sucks because it is nice when you meet like randomly just meet somebody and you bump into them. You're like, whoa, that's a cool moment, you know. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you can have that with someone that you would never have met in the world and technology helped, it's pretty sick.
What's not sick though is think about this, bro. What if like you didn't get the love of your life because of a paywall?
I know. When you think of it dark,
you can
and sad
see
like
who
that,
likes you if you pay this much.
Guess what? You can argue that to even begin with because you're doing the same thing with you're not meeting the love of your life that you could have met in real life that you're now meeting from the app. So the butterfly effect plays it everywhere,
dude.
Just because I just did this butterfly effect, could have broke something right then and there. Could have just broke the pot.
When you say that, bro, it's like how do we even come out with things so fast when we should really think about butterfly effect in more things we put out?
I'm telling you right now, some shit is about to change. And if I'm crazy, and we'll still be here and going through the same shit, and I'll be saying crazy shit still then. But I really think by the 2030, it'll be integrated slowly. But when you got IBM, Microsoft, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and the fucking who knows
Saudi Arabia, you just said it, 2030, Vision 2030.
You got everybody racing for AI, satellites, power. It's the moon. It's everyone's in a race for power, and soon that AI shit are coming. And the fact that you just told me this morning that the unemployment was lower.
I do have that. Yeah, the job rate
is lower than what was even predicted. Should scream.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate moved a little higher.
That
0.01. It's 4.1. First time since 2021 in November.
Not only are jobs not paying people enough to live, people don't want to do those jobs anymore. People don't want to vote for dumbasses anymore to lead. Mm-hmm. When the time comes that Elon or Jeff Bezos or Mr. Rubin,
White Party man,
whoever the fuck comes out and reveals it, and then because here's the thing, when that thing comes out and starts teaching us some shit and blowing our minds, and then we believe it, game over. Okay? And that's just coming. Mm-hmm. It's inevitable. Because we've created the world with technology and everything to where we've made it easier. It's just like the Industrial Revolution, bro. It's just this day and age of it. Mm-hmm. You know how many people were freaking the fuck out in the Industrial Revolution? They're like, oh my God, there goes all our jobs. The shit changed. And then people changed with it. And that's what's going to happen again.
You know what event I think is even crazier than the Industrial Revolution is World War II.
Yeah.
The U-boats, all the shit we were talking about, nuclear deterrence, the Cold War arising after that. And it's just, it's like, how do we get out of that cycle that started then? You know,
Oppenheimer is a movie, JOBINS. You can go back and watch my review on Oppenheimer. I gave it a second chance. And again, that movie is for the smarts. When you are a science smart guy and you know your history, you're going to love it, right? And it's still a good movie, but it's just a little too much talky. Mm-hmm. It's such a long talky movie.
Yeah.
But what they're talking about is so fucking fascinating. And I do but I liked seeing Oppenheimer's own struggle with what he was dealing with, knowing where it was going to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you watch Oppenheimer, it should scare the fuck out of you, because it's just like, okay, well, we created that. That's created, and it's only going to get more. And the fact that we have the nukes today.
There's over 70 submarines out there right now, Jomans. Just under the United States. Every country probably has submarines that are out in the waters. And guess what their mission is? Just to be out there.
Do you know Oppenheimer, I think, is the one person that we would bring back alive today, and he'd go, oh, yeah, no. I know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He goes, yeah, I knew it. Yep, exactly. I knew it. But I don't think he would know is that the science that went on, I think that's going on with, because, you got to go around that now. Okay, we press this button, all shit hits the fan. Mm-hmm. Now we got to go around that. So there's that. We got scary. We got dark. Hope you guys liked the pod. I enjoy doing this with brother. Like I was trying to say, I feel like me and you are getting back into our roots of flowing again.
Mm-hmm. It feels good. And shout out, hey, Jobins. I just hope everybody has a great week.
100%.
Just thanks for always supporting, and we love y'all.
Go watch some trailers that we're talking about. Let us know in the comments what you think. Go see the Long Legs trailer, or go watch it Long Legs this weekend.
Yeah, we got to check that movie out for sure.
Oh, well, we're going to watch it. See you next week, Jobins. Love ya.